You're watching Oilers Nation Everyday with Tyler Yaremchuk. Your one-stop shop for all things Oilers.
We all said we'd be happy with a split, but as the great Kawhi Leonard once said, F that. Let's go get them both. Let's get into it with the lead. A special Saturday edition of Oilers Nation Everyday, live from Dallas, Texas, ahead of Game 2 between the Edmonton Oilers and Dallas Stars. We're about 6 hours away from puck drop down at the American Airlines Centre. And like I said off the jump, gentlemen, we're live from the Sports Closet studio as well, by the way. We all said coming down here.
I think you said off the jump. Are you ready? Are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
We're all ready.
We're all ready to go.
I wish I'd got the memo about the oil up t-shirts today.
Yeah, well,
it's a pretty big hotel room that we're in, so it's easy to kind of get lost and lose the communication. So I guess a memo was needed.
Yeah, I didn't get the pigeon.
That's okay. That's your lucky shirt, though.
This is my lucky shirt. This is a Matthew Tkachuk turtle shirt.
It's a long troll game. Think about it.
Hey, I mean, we were talking about that last night, and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but up 1-0 in the Western Conference Final. Like I said, coming down here, we were all like, all right, a split would be good. But then you win the first game, and you start to get a little greedy, don't you?
But then they played the way they did. And it's, I want more. Feed me.
Short for Giant Game Day. Jay's with us. Me, Liam, bagged milk, also behind the scenes. How are you feeling heading into Game 2 after what you saw in Game 1?
Listen, I just saw Ryan Nugent-Hopkins say that the Edmonton Oilers have another gear they can crank it up to, and that has me fired up. Let's go.
Wow, that's got me fired up.
If they have another gear from what we saw in Game 1, yeah, I mean, it's giddy up time if that's the case.
I want to be as fired up as BM's hair right now.
Yeah, it's electric.
It is amazing.
It's all over.
You got a good quaff.
It's voluminous.
You should be very proud.
I'm not cutting until the run's done, too, so let's see how long it goes.
You should go no hat tonight to see how the humidity takes, what effect it causes.
It would be a giant ball.
Yeah. Like the reunion tower.
What's great about this is that most people in the chat don't know what he looks like. So
I know. Well, he's got hair.
He's got hair. You know that.
A healthy head of it.
All right. I want to get into usual short for Giant Game Day kind of stuff today on the program. We're not going to go the full 90. We're going to give you just a quick little punch. Pre-game with Boardsy's going to come on a little bit later on today. So you'll get a full pre-game show with AB live from Greta at what that would be, 5 o'clock Mountain Time? Time zones mess me up. Anyways, yes, Aaron's waving his head behind the scenes. 5 o'clock Mountain Time right here on the Oilers Nation YouTube, or just go down to Greta yourself and watch the show live in person. It is going to be absolutely rocking at Greta tonight.
Saturday night, Game 2, up 1-0. This is a big deal in Edmonton. People are going to hit the streets. People are going to flood to Greta. The roof is going to pop off.
Aaron, if you're listening to this, let's see some videos from Greta tonight, too, because I want to see how popping that place is tonight when you guys get going.
Yes, please.
All right, I want to get into what you're all saying over in the comments. Rusty is in. Time to get greedy, boys. Take that 2-0 lead.
Greedy boys.
The greedy boys. Oily boys get greedy. Bring Cassian home. Looking forward to an encore performance from Stu tonight. Head back home with the Stars in a 2-0 stranglehold. And I like that point. I like that we're giving a good amount of love to our boy Stuart Skinner, because he was very, very, very good in that first game. And now he's been very good for kind of 3 straight games, I would say. A lot of the goals, or all of the goals that have gone in, you absolutely can't blame him for. And after the way last series started, one of the kind of top reasons why I think you can be confident about the Oilers once again heading into tonight is that we've gotten 9 straight good periods out of Stuart Skinner, 10 straight good periods out of Stuart Skinner.
Yeah, I think he was really good the other day. Was he the best player?
It's hard to pick. There was a lot of good players.
It's hard. It's everyone did their job. That's what happened. So, Skinner was solid, and the boys in front of him played well, and Stu made a save when he needed to make a save, and the guys made his life easier when they could make his life easier. So it's not to diminish what he did. He was solid when he needed to be, and the team in front of him was equally solid. I just came out of that game. I'm like, if this is the Oilers, and they've proved it 3 games in a row, just playing a solid playoff game as a team.
Yeah.
And it's nice. Everyone's in there and they're like, I'm doing my job. I got my guy. Like I said, I'm not diminishing Skinner at all. He was huge.
the thing that I noticed on game 1 is, and game 6 and 7 actually, is the teams playing for each other.
Yeah, they're this tight ball of just
Like when you
blood,
got guys
sweat,
like
and goo.
we got guys like Draisaitl, McDavid, and Nuge all blocking shots. Everybody's blocking shots. You know that the team's buying in.
Exactly, and it has all those little things have an effect. Skinner sees that McDavid's blocking a shot for him. You don't think he's going to try to make a save for him later?
Of course.
All those little things, they are playing for one another.
Yeah, a lot of things seem to be lining up right now.
Get chills just even talking about how tight they are.
That might be the AC in here.
It is chilly in this room.
It's good. Enjoy it because we're about to go into the humidity blast furnace that is Dallas, Texas.
Chili Yeg, our boy, who we met before game 1, looking forward to seeing them keep that good momentum going. And he says, boys, before you go on about the heat, just know we call July and August the melt. I was talking with Liam about that when we were walking.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah,
I believe you.
we went on our Target run today, and we were both like, I don't think I could live here. Like, if this is what it's like before, as Chili says, the melt, holy shit. We ran into another guy who's staying in our hotel. He's originally from Edmonton, lives in Houston, and he was like, yeah, I go back to Edmonton for the summers. And it's like, I couldn't even imagine. It's like July and August. And you're like, well, I probably can't live here anymore. Mark is in. W's in Dallas. LFGO. Whole bunch of Let's Go Oilers. Bo says Greta's going to be a party tonight.
It's his birthday.
Happy birthday, Bo.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know him?
Win it for Bo.
He said it in the chat.
Oh, he said it. Our boy McMullet. Hey, boys, did you try Hard 8 barbecue? No, we've only eaten at one spot since we got here.
Arguably the worst wings I've ever had.
Oh, just
That's
terrible.
a lie. We went to what's the
Oh,
place we went to the first day?
And the burger place.
City
last night was
Tavern.
lovely.
City Tavern.
City Tavern. That burger
Tavern.
place.
And it was like in the
legit.
top 20 of things to do in Dallas. We
Yeah.
went to it.
Yeah, so there's
It had
one.
great food.
Speaking of just our general adventures down here in Dallas, we toured AT&T Stadium yesterday, or Jerry World as they call it.
Holy moly.
That is insane.
That looks like the Death Star. That's what
That
the
is-
shape of the Death Star, Liam.
That is,
Okay.
Yeah, that triggered me.
I don't really care about football. Everybody knows about that. But as I was walking through, the attention to detail that they put into that stadium is unreal.
Like like on the special floors, that tile that they use.
Yeah, the tile, that's the cowboy colors in there, like unreal details.
Do you know, actually, one thing I was looking for yesterday when we went, do you ever see those videos of when the Cowboys have games and all the fans run into the stadium? You see
Yeah,
those?
yeah, yeah,
I
where,
wanted
like,
to
the
know what that was like, and I can see why they all sprint in, but really, like, just buy a seat. There's not a bad seat in that place.
It's designed so there isn't.
Yeah.
If you want to get married, go to Cowboy Stadium.
You can
If
do
you-
that. You can rent
Prom,
anything.
bar mitzvah,
Divorce party.
parties.
divorce
Yep.
party. They did mention that.
Yep.
Joel is in. Throw a football around. So I did actually, Toss here. I stole a football. Statute of limitations. I could admit it. This was
That's less than 24 hours.
Yeah, I think that's 2 years, but okay.
I don't think it's stealing if it was just sitting
Tyler's
on
on
the
the
ground.
lamb.
He's borrowing it.
Anyways, pretty cool.
I am so not a football guy that I'm like to Tyler, I'm like, are NFL balls really this small? And he goes, no, dum. This is a peewee ball.
It's a Pee-wee
Yeah.
football one.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. Anyways, it was cool. We had to drag Liam out of the cheerleader locker room.
Oh
It was
my
borderline
goodness.
embarrassing. But other than that,
That is unbelievable.
Well, but it was crazy to see the Dallas Cowboys cheerleader locker room.
it was
It was
crazy.
impressive.
Yeah.
And then going to the actual player locker room was even more impressive.
I like the guys that are stuck around the corner.
Yeah, like the practice squad players are like way back, like behind the showers.
Yeah,
in the
there's like
locker
a
room.
wall that blocks them off from the rest of the squad. Liam's the new coach.
Liam's the new coach.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's big. I'm sure I can do a better job than Mike McCarthy has ever done for that franchise. So not
You're
too
telling me.
difficult.
Joel says statute of limitation is 15 years on non-murder crimes. I thought it was 15 hours. So that's
Pretty
my
close.
bad.
Same.
I was kidding. That legally cannot be held against me, Jerry Jones. If anyone would come after,
but I want to tell them about the Walmart story. In
that is
That
pretty
is my
sweet.
favorite part of the story.
So I think it was 2011. They hosted the Super Bowl.
It was.
So there's a Walmart directly across the street from the
from the
Stadium.
stadium, which was there previously, and the NFL wanted them to close the Walmart for the weekend for safety reasons.
for the Super Bowl. Yeah,
So the Walmart said, no, we're going to get a ton of sales. We don't want to do that. So Jerry Jones sent someone over to go and talk to the Walmart manager and be like, what's your best sales
what's your
What's
highest
Your
gross
best sales
weekend?
weekend.
weekend?
Yeah.
And then came back with a number, and then Jerry Jones sent them back triple that. and they closed for the weekend.
Yeah. So
That's just a big boss move right
so
there.
they
We'll
came-
triple it.
yeah, they came back and were like, we've done $1 million in sales in a weekend before. Jerry cut him a check for $3 million
Mhm.
and said, you are closing your location for Super Bowl
And they
weekend."
did.
And they did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the lady, I mean, the funny thing about the tour, and like it's obvious, but like very like propaganda-y towards Jerry Jones and things like that. I thought some things were kind of funny.
Well, it's his place.
I know. It's
And
Jerry World.
Like the Tom Landry era, black and white.
Yeah.
The Jerry
Yeah.
Jones area in color.
Yep.
That was like said multiple
4 or 5
times. You're
times,
looking
yeah.
at the paintings and the pictures on the wall.
Yeah. Nathaniel's in with a question. Are the black oil up hats available? I think we only have blues, right? That's blue. I think
This
it's
is blue.
It's
Blue.
navy. Yeah, it's dark navy blue.
Check the store. That might have. We have options.
Oh, well, go to nationgear.ca.
I'll have a look.
All right, Liam will go. Liam will go check that out. Let's circle back into the hockey game tonight. Michael with the question that every Oilers talk show has been asking for the last 24 hours.
What?
Hey, boys, if Henrique's ready to go, who comes out?
Did you yell at each other again?
I'm very clear in my stance on this. He played better in game 1, but I would still stand by that. And I'd be. It's a 50-50 between McLeod and Connor Brown.
Yeah, and I think I agree with that. It is 50-50.
You're at 50-50 on McLeod or Brown?
I would.
You're moving.
I would go with Brown still. Here's what I'd
Brown's
say.
got that forechecking dog in him.
He does.
He does,
Aside from,
but it's not like he's overly physical either, right? Like,
but he goes into the areas.
here's what I'll say to avoid a massive fight again.
Mhm.
Taking anyone out of this bottom 6 out for Henrique is an upgrade. So in that sense, there's not a mistake to be made.
You just don't take out D. Ryan.
That
guy
Henrique,
can't come out.
Henrique's better than Derek Ryan. Henrique's
but
better than
that's-
Carrick. Henrique's better than Janmark. Henrique's better than Fogle. Henrique's better than McLeod. Henrique's better than Brown.
Yeah. So, so of the 6 you just named,
I wonder
D.
too,
Ryan
like,
cannot move.
let's say Henrique does get in. Do you play him at center or do you play him on the wing, knowing that he's got a little bit of mobility issues right now with the ankle sprain?
Oh, because Holloway's deserved his spot.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
not moving.
So
No.
you can't replace him with Nuge. So yeah, maybe you go like deeper on the third line.
Again, that's why I would play. No, I think if Henrique's ready to go, he's ready to go. I'd play him down the middle. I'd throw McLeod and Fogle on the wings, take Brown out,
I would
go
too.
DR, Janmark.
That
Carrick.
might actually be better for McLeod to play on the wing.
That's what I'm saying. I think it could have, a bit of
'Cause
a
if-
nice ripple effect.
If those two are playing together, let's just say Henrique is playing at center and then McLeod's on the wing.
Yeah.
McLeod can take some of the defensive duties if he gets back there first, kind of like Nuge and McDavid do.
He's gonna find his inner warrior, when he gets moved to the wing.
He might
McLeod?
find some offense.
Yeah,
The
I mean,
best
if he's
offense
scoring.
he had was when he was playing on the wing.
Yeah, and I think we had this conversation the other day. Like, was McLeod producing because he was a winger, or was McLeod producing because he was playing with Leon Draisaitl? I think I'd be willing to want to try find out the answer to that question, because I do think part of it was him being a winger.
People are
Um,
saying Janmark, which is surprising.
I wouldn't take Janmark
wouldn't
out.
touch
I
Jan.
wouldn't even put him in the conversation.
His compete levels are sky high.
The penalty killing, amazing.
He's grinding
And
out there
that's-
too. He's physical.
that's
He's
why-
mucking it up.
That's why Brown's in the PK, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yep.
And Derek Ryan and McLeod.
Oh,
That's
I
what's kind of making this
I
a little bit
know.
difficult. But like Henrique, like Tyler said, like he's gonna go in the lineup and be better than all those guys.
Henrique penalty kills, though,
Yeah,
doesn't
he
he?
does.
penalty kills, he wins faceoffs, he can score.
And we
The
need
Oilers
somebody who
kinda
can win
need that.
faceoffs. Like, I don't know about you guys, but in the third period specifically, the Oilers weren't winning enough draws.
Oh, they're getting
Well,
smoked.
actually, funnily enough, again, it was Carrick and Ryan who were winning all the draws. So like these bottom 6 guys, whilst they're not scoring, they're playing a big role in other areas too.
What's the thing? Like,
Scoring is
it's
important
those
for
little things. As long as
Yeah.
they're doing all the little things, right, that diminish the ability for the other team to score, like
Yeah.
that is still creating an impact on the game.
positive contribution.
Bring Cassian home says, to me, it's got to be Carrick. He's been great, but that's the
Mm.
guy.
Disagree.
Doug Wade says, boys, ever since the Oilers injected Carrick into the lineup, they've been a different team. I'm not
3
going to,
state wins.
yeah, but I'm not going to give Sam Carrick that much credit.
You gotta
I mean,
give him some, though.
Tyler, yeah.
You got to
come
give
on.
him some.
You can't give him all the credit, but
yeah,
he's been a factor.
yeah, but
He's
I'm not
winning
gonna,
big
He's
games.
been a factor.
He's grinding down. He's doing really well in the cycle.
he also had a couple of real bad turnovers in game 1. Like, I don't know. I like him. And again, he wouldn't be my pick to take out of the lineup, but I'm not going to sit here and say the Oilers are a different team since they put Sam Carrick in, as if that's like some sort of Sam Carrick thing.
But I mean, if we're talking just straight
the
turnovers,
bottom
then
6
you would,
is different with him in it.
He
like
also-
Kulak made the worst giveaway of the whole game. You're not pulling him out, so
No.
I just don't think that that's necessarily the detail you have to
and
zero in on.
also Carrick won the Plumber Award last game.
That is true.
He
So,
did
You
have
got the plunger.
Plunger, sorry. Not
Yeah,
plumber.
Well, that's
Well,
plumber,
both
plunger.
hand in hand.
Because they call it the plumber and the painter.
Is
So,
that what they call it?
Yeah.
The artiste
Not
and the
the
mucker.
Not the plunger in the brush
Nope.
and beret.
Nope.
I mean,
James is in with a good comment, and this is something we were talking with our friend Sean about the other day too. Isn't this a nice problem to have?
It's a
I
great
know
problem to have.
it's
fantastic.
It's great. It's great, and
That's-
I'll argue. I'll love to have this argument for the rest of my life.
Especially considering 3 games ago, the sky was falling on our depth, and we were also worried about it.
100%.
Everyone had the
Well,
sickness.
Well,
Down with
yeah.
the sickness.
I loved what I saw in game 1, but they do still need to get that bottom 6 scoring.
They do.
Of course.
But it has to come from that third line. That's why I
Yeah, it
do
does.
think. Sorry, Jay. I do think it would be Derek Ryan that would come out of the lineup
Why?
because
Why?
Because I agree.
Reliable in the
He
dot.
can't score.
How do you,
None
Fudge.
of them can.
fudge you? Derek Ryan can't score. Fudge off.
fudge off, Tyler. What
Yeah,
are you
fudge.
thinking?
Well, Jay, he can.
Well, then by the same
D.
logic,
Ryan
Yeah,
has
none of
scored.
them
He,
can
he
score.
doesn't score in bushels,
I was just going to say, if we're
but he
talking
can score.
straight goal scoring, none of them are scoring.
None of them are scoring.
Yeah,
Fogel got that breakaway, man.
but he doesn't have a scoring touch, so he
Yeah.
couldn't score. He almost had it. Jesus,
know.
it was a good move, but
Yeah, and he
Well
is
handled.
6 for 8 shorthanded in the dot too is massive.
Derek Ryan had that actually sneaky chance. I think it was McLeod that got pushed outside.
Like,
shockingly,
we need as many people who can take draws in the lineup because we
Yeah.
are getting kicked out of the dot
Oh,
at a ferocious
That drives
rate.
me nuts.
It was a problem for both teams last game.
Drop
too.
the puck.
Drop the puck.
That line, yeah,
That's-
the linesman was a disaster.
Then maybe it is Brown because then you can bump Ryan down,
Yeah.
have Henrique on a third, and do you have 2 centers on every line?
I can live with
Holloway-
Brown.
Yeah.
Holloway kinda.
Yeah, I think it's as much as I'm on McLeod. I think it's Brown.
Yeah.
Well, Doug Waite is on your side. Jay is 100% right. Whatever. he
Block
said.
him.
And Doug Waite was a hell of an Oiler. Doug Waite was a hell of an
And a
Oiler.
great puck Doku answer.
He is. He's a sneaky good puck Doku.
Our
player.
squad, Puck Doku, last night was very good.
Yep.
Mhm. 7%.
Yeah, and Nathaniel, I see your comment there about credit where it's due. McLeod was finishing his checks last game. Yeah,
Finally,
last game was one of his best games
Like
in a while. So
finally,
Which is-
My thing with
he
McLeod,
he was probably told you're out of the lineup if you don't start finishing your checks.
my thing with McLeod is he doesn't have to lay the body in like huge checks.
No,
Just
it's-
like angle guys off, rub them off the puck. He's got all the wheels in the world. He's got the space to get there. Just
Yeah.
rub
you
them out.
see the importance of just removing the man from the puck,
mhm.
right? And it doesn't have to be looking for a giant hit, but it's pressing in a person up against the boards to remove the puck from him. Like
Mhm.
it's very effective in playoffs. And when
Yeah.
you don't do it, i.e., Ryan McLeod in Game 6,
Yeah.
when it's just right there to do, just to stand in front of a guy, it can result in a goal.
One person not involved in this conversation at all is Corey Perry. And someone was asking about in the chat, do you see him as an option at all right now for the Oilers?
He could be the Devon Shore jumping in the hallway guy.
No one can be that.
I really I want the Corey Perry I think he is to show up, and he hasn't.
But does he have the boots to be that guy?
I know. It's like I know.
He did take warm-ups the other day, which isn't like an
Well, so did
unusual thing to
Broberg.
do.
Everyone
Did
takes
Broberg
warm-ups.
do it?
Yeah.
Broberg's taking warm-ups, I think, every
You
game.
can see it. Yeah, you can see in his face. He's just not happy.
Didn't
Yeah.
even notice. I actually like Broberg, but that's a different conversation. CC's been good.
Yeah, there's no reason to mess with the blue line right now. They just have to stop playing. their
I'll tell you how
Actually,
not to mess with the blue line. Don't put Nurse and CC together anymore, please. Thank you.
So there was an interesting tweet from. So I think someone put out there that Cody CC hasn't allowed a goal against since Game 3 against Vancouver, which is very good rate. So then people were saying how Nurse was so bad. Nurse was so bad for him, all this stuff. But I think the eye test, and they've actually both been good. And I think it was Jay Fresh put it out there that at 5-on-5 or something like that, like they have had 100% goal. Yeah, of course, they've had a 100% goaltending on CC. And Nurse, when he's on the ice, the goaltending is 780.
If I'm going to defend Daryl here a little bit, I think some of the
he's been
goals
unlucky.
scored against him have been incredibly unlucky.
I completely agree.
Some bad bounces, like some bounced off his leg, off his skate. Like, yeah, he's on the ice, but it's not like he's making huge mistakes resulting in those goals.
Yeah, just kind of unfortunate bounces, I think, for Daryl. And that's what the tweet was. It's like, it's not that CC's great. It's that Nurse has been a bit unlucky when you actually watch the game.
I think there's a little bit of that. I also think, like, you can sit there and maybe say once or twice, like, it's been a bit unlucky, but at some point, these pucks keep getting funneled towards the net when you're on the ice. You allow those bad breaks to happen to some extent. Like the goal last game, and it wasn't his fault, it was actually Vinny's, but like even that one where we were like, oh man, off a skate right to Sagan, what are you going to do? If Vinny gets that puck out 30 seconds earlier, doesn't happen, right? Like a clean zone exit, and that's why I'm always praising a guy like Bouchard who moves the puck so well, and that's such a good way to play defense, is to not give teams second and third chances to establish cycles and to get those bounces. Vinny gets that puck out, that goal doesn't go in, right?
That's kind of the risk you run when you ask all your defensemen to play the puck. When you get he's not a good puck mover. You kind of want that guy just to chip it out.
Yeah, the old Steve Staios breakup.
Yeah,
off the glass and out.
Nothing wrong with that.
There was a bunch of times last game I was yelling for that. Just lob her out.
Let your speed go. Chase it in the neutral zone.
Let's see if you can get that lucky bounce somewhere in the neutral zone, and maybe it ends up being a rush back.
Oilers got a couple of them.
Yeah.
I had a dream about the game tonight. I just remembered it.
Oh,
You've been having a lot of dreams while
I have been.
You must be sleeping comfortably. You must feel safe around us.
It's because I've been taking my melatonin.
That's probably why I have vivid dreams.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was from the room.
No. Those are the sleep gummies I have. I had a dream of Vander Kane scored twice, both on deflections.
Oh.
I'll take that.
We'll add it to the squad bet.
Add it to the squad bet.
It's his. If I remember correctly,
Vander Kane goal is in the squad bet, I believe.
I believe so. Yeah, I think I picked it.
If I remember correctly, it is Evander Kane's son's birthday. Score one there.
Oh, that is the greatest gift one father can give to his son. An NHL playoff goal.
There you go.
Happy birthday to Iverson, I believe is the name of Vander Kane.
And also Jones's wife.
Happy birthday to Jones's wife.
28 today.
Oh,
happy birthday.
Brad Stepanko says Tyler has the best dreams in BM's arms.
No, Tyler refuses to sleep with me on this trip, and I've offered on a nightly basis.
I'm comfy. I'm sleeping good. I do my shows right here, and then I just go like this. And I just go right to bed.
And that confirms the rumors that you are a vampire.
Yeah, the way you went back.
People have been talking about it.
He's a Cullen.
Oh, yeah, I got a lot.
Okay.
Keep your garlic away from Tyler.
Close the goddamn blinds in here. All right, let's keep moving along with today's show. Let's get into a little bit of the betting talk, because the Oilers are once again underdogs for this hockey game tonight, which we are absolutely loving.
They're plus 120, are they not?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
It's gone.
So they're actually bigger dogs than they were in game one. But when you look, so you can get them on the money line, obviously plus 120. Regulation is even juicier than that. Regulation comes in at plus 180.
No, I'm not touching that.
So I was going to ask, like, how far are you willing to push it today with your betting? Because you can get them again plus 120 in regulation.
That is more than enough in the playoffs.
I'm keeping it simple today.
Yeah, I'm going money line, and we'll do our squad bets, and I might do one goal scorer.
Plus 225 on the reverse puck line. Oilers minus 1.5. No,
maybe a dabble.
If in a squad bet, I'd do it, because it's about making something crazy, juicy, and delicious.
I'm keeping it simple. Like last night, we watched the Mavs Timberwolves game. Won a little bit of money there. I just put it money line. I'm keeping it simple today.
Yeah,
betting on the win.
I kind of like that strategy too. Although I do like Zach Hyman's props in this one. He looked awesome last game, so I'm willing to bet on him having another really solid game. All right, let's keep the betting talk going a little bit here. It's for our friends at Betway, where you can get a $200 or you can get up to a $200 free bet if your first bet loses. Place a bet with no minimum amount required, and if your bet loses, you'll get a refund up to $200. You can then use that money to bet on your favorite sports. This offer is only available outside of Ontario. How do you sign up? You scan the QR code that's popping up on your screen right now and get in on the action. All right. Anything else? So you just said you're going what? Money line and a goal scorer? Who do you like as your goal scorer?
I'm still gonna ride Holloway.
He's plus 700.
He's all over the puck.
I know he's getting his chances, right? So one's gonna go in plus 700. That is
tasty,
delightful.
I don't mind the Holloway play either. Both him and Fogle missed on those breakaways. They're both plus 700. Ekholm's plus 700 as well. BM, anyone you like in the goal scorer column tonight?
Like how is Holloway and Ekholm the same? Like
it doesn't
that
make
to
sense.
me is tremendous value.
I'm looking at that first line. I thought they played really, really well. And McDavid, I think they woke up the bear. And I'm going to go Connor anytime goal scorer.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's a fair call.
Had some great looks. He's plus 160, a little lower than Draisaitl and lower than Zach Hyman as well. Liam?
Perfect.
So you want me just to tell you my bets? I think I'm just going to go with the squad bet, to be honest, because when we were in LA, I just rode the squad bets and we won both games. And then when we went to Vancouver, I got cheeky with it and I made some side bets. So I'll just go this. But if I had to pick one, I would go Van de Kane solo goal too. Just to back up your dreams.
Yeah, I mean, hey,
dreams be dreams.
He is plus 300.
Follow your dreams.
If I want to get spicy,
yes.
Van der Kane first goal plus 1400. I could see that.
What's a Holloway first goal?
Oh, I think it's 30.
I don't think I've ever bet on a first goal.
It's electric when it hits. 30-1 on a Holloway first goal.
I bet it is.
Yeah, I might do that.
See, now I've talked you into going into the weeds.
Well, but like that's that's where you just sprinkle a few shekels. My main bet is money line.
Just a little kiss on it.
Yeah.
Let's go into a little bit more of this matchup tonight and get into a lineup report. It is brought to you by Wendy's. Wendy's only ever uses fresh, never frozen Canadian beef in all of their burgers, whether it's a Baconator, a Dave Single, or a JBC. You'll only ever find real fresh beef that's real juicy and loaded with real fresh toppings. Download the Wendy's app today. Check out the deals and order a burger. That's only job is being delicious. The news on the Dallas side of tonight, gentlemen, is that apparently Rupe Hintz is going to be a game time decision. And I think the expectation is he's going to play tonight for
I bet
the
he's
Dallas
playing.
I bet
Stars.
he's playing.
Yeah, you don't label him a game time decision if he's not ready to go, a player of that caliber. So this is massive. We obviously had Brian Ray on earlier in the week to talk about the Oilers or this matchup and the Stars heading into it, and he talked about how there's this domino effect when they don't have Rupe Hintz, right? You have to move Matt Duchene up. Matt Duchene isn't as good defensively as Hintz, and that kind of brings down that line. And I know they threw everything into a blender last game. I'll be interested to see with Hintz back. Are they going to go back to Robertson, Hintz, Pavelski? Will Ben be back up with Johnston and Stankoven down on the third line? The Stank. Down on the third line, do they go back to Duchene, Marchment, and Sagan? Sagan much better on the wing than he is down the middle. There'll be an interesting little domino effect here in the Stars lineup if he's ready to go. But looking at this group of forwards, and I think we can include the defensemen in this as well. Is there anyone that stood out to you last game who you were like, oh shit, they might be a problem in this series? Maybe better than you expected?
A problem in this series feels like an overstatement for the player I'm about to say, but I noticed Stankoven a lot. That guy kind of buzzes around the ice, wins a lot of battles, really quick.
Yeah.
He is he's a good player.
Tiny.
Yeah, and like
it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't, but he is incredibly small. I actually couldn't believe we were far away. But I don't think that helped him by any means, but he is a very small man. It's just sometimes you watch these guys and I get it from like when you're drafted and everything, but like how did a player like that fall to the second round? It was purely because of his height.
Oh, yeah.
But if you're one of those teams late in the first round, it's like, you know what? Maybe we'll take a shot at this guy because he had so many points when he was in Kamloops. He's an incredible player.
Kind of like Braden Point a little bit.
Yeah.
Part of it is size and part of it is WHL.
But they got the heart.
They do?
They do.
Good Western Canadian boys.
Why'd you roll your eyes? He is a good Western Canadian.
He is a good Western Canadian boy. Fortnite wanted to know, or 40 Night wanted to know, to put in context, if Rupe was an Oiler, who would he be? He's Adam Henrique on steroids.
Yeah, I think that's
with
fair.
pace.
Yeah, right. Like better Adam Henrique or lowercase Leon Draisaitl. Somewhere in between Draisaitl and Henrique.
Isn't that Ryan Nugent-Hopkins?
Except Hintz skates
but
better,
Hintz is
scores
fast.
more, and drives
Is he
play.
faster?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
how dare you?
How many 100
How
points?
dare you besmirch Nuge like that?
You know what I mean, though.
How dare you?
Is there anyone on this Dallas team, BM, who really stood out to you?
Like, I know he's good. Everybody knows he's good, but Miro Heiskanen, his wheels are unbelievable. That guy can fly.
Yes, and we have to target him. We got to make sure you finish your checks on that guy because if you can just have him slow down one step, that goes a long way.
Joel is in. Just made my DFO parlay picks for the game.
Let's go, buddy.
If you want to get in on that, head to dailyfaceoff.com. Up in the top right corner, we have a DFO games tab. Click on that, and right now we're giving away gift cards. We're giving away chances to win jerseys from your favorite team. Daily prizes. All you got to do is just make a bunch of picks for the game. It's
easy.
It's fun.
And it's free. Yeah. Free to enter on Daily Faceoff. I know BM, you're always posting on Twitter what your picks are for the day.
Yeah, I'll put my picks out right as soon as we wrap this.
Bang. Free to play. Again, prizes on the lines, daily, weekly, rounds, all that stuff. Head to dailyfaceoff.com, hit the DFO games tab. AB, do you have something up for us there? Are you on the screen? Can I make picks live? Okay, click Edmonton. Over under. Okay, the over under part of this is interesting now.
What is the over under?
5.5. So
Over.
I got some numbers on that. In terms of 6 being the number, for the Oilers, the number has stayed under 6 in 5 straight games, and in 3 of 5 for Dallas. I think I'm
going under.
I think I'm going under, but you're going over.
I'm over lifetime when I say under, but
over under.
Over, because it's going to be a 4-2 win with the empty netter for the Oilers. That is a 6-goal game.
Okay, AB, give us the over there. What's the next one? What's the next little option that pops up after we go over? Oh, I think we might have frozen.
Aha.
Darn. Well, that's the end of playing the DFO Playoff Parlay Challenge. We're only 2 legs in. That's okay. AB? Or is AB just frozen? Is anybody frozen? Well, we'll just...
Can anyone hear us?
Can anyone hear us?
In the chat, what do you say?
If you can hear us in the chat, let us know. If everything is functioning normally.
Say oil up.
Yeah, say oil up. Aaron just texted us and said, take over. Okay, so Aaron is no longer with us.
Oh, then we'll have to take that off.
Just pop that off there.
There we go.
We're going to go to that.
Boom.
There you go. Look at that. Oil up. Hey, that's a good way to get a bunch of comments in the chat. So everyone is giving us a thumbs up. Aaron is just totally gone. Everything has left our screen.
Oh, that's
so.
Oh boy. Okay.
That's mildly concerning, but the
We're
show
going
will go
old
on.
school.
We're going a little old school here. People were in here saying other players. This one got to watch for Johnston.
Yep.
He
was quiet in game 1. Like,
Bring Cassian home said Thomas Harley stood out to me.
Yep.
Yes, I think.
I thought he played kind of bad.
Harley?
There was a few moments where he made errors in the defensive zone that led to good chances for the Oilers. I expected a bit more from him.
Aaron's back. Whew. That was scary for a little bit there. Everybody, welcome Aaron back.
Aaron, we missed you.
Yeah, we did. All right, what else do we need to get through today on the show? What did you guys make of the struggles, at least statistically, for Esa Lindell and Chris Tanev?
I thought they made the errors themselves.
So it wasn't so much as the Oilers being too much for them to handle. It was them having a bad game.
I think a bit of both. Like the relentlessness from Hyman was just
tough
a great
to contain.
Yeah, but the play across, like Tanev kind of made the poke right, and then he just didn't get enough on it, and then Hyman was able to wiggle it through, and then Draisaitl was left kind of wide open back door. Was he come off the bench? I think he might have. So.
Yeah, he kind of just snuck in, and the puck was thrown on net. It was almost similar to Sagan's second goal, where it just bounced to him and he hammered it home, right?
Yep.
Someone had to go. Joel said Lindell looked good to me. I actually did think Lindell had an okay game aside from those bounces. There was that one play where McDavid looked like he was gonna be
and
gone.
Lindell kept pace.
And yeah, Lindell went stride for stride the whole way up the ice. So I think Lindell was fine. I think Tanev maybe struggled a little bit, and they got some bad luck. I don't think you're gonna dominate that pairing every single game, which is maybe.
I fully expect a full court press from the Dallas Stars.
Yeah, they're going to come hot tonight.
This is going to be like game 4 in LA.
Yes.
How about this comment from J. Gonzalez? Unfortunately, I won't be able to watch today's game live. I live in Spain, and NHL games are played at 2 or 3 a.m. over here.
Mm-hmm.
I'll avoid spoilers and watch it 10 hours later. Go Oilers.
Go Oilers.
Stay, turn your phone off.
Stay off socials.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That would be fun, though. Like, just waking up in the morning and being like, game, and then just starting the recording.
It stresses me out knowing that the outcome's over and I have to watch it. It stresses me out.
100%.
I can't do it.
I can't either.
I do like the odd time when I've had to start a game halfway through in the regular season, because then you just rip.
And then get caught up.
Yeah, and then you get caught up, and then you end the game at the same time.
I like the race. I'm like, can I catch up? And I'm like, am I tight on my fast forwarding skills?
I just love that Oilers fans across the world come up with different ways to watch the game, whether it's recording it, watching in the morning, or staying up, as our German friends tend to do. I love Oilers fans. I love them so much.
My friend in England was watching the game on game 1 and fell asleep during the overtime.
Oh.
Well, I mean,
So-
I thought I was going to fall asleep during
Yeah.
overtime, to be honest.
All right, let's get into some keys to victory for our friends at Sherwood Power Sports and Marine. It is a Sherwood Ford Giant game day, and as we do every single game day, we'll give you what we think the Oilers need to do to go to to get victory tonight. It's brought to you by Sherwood Power Sports and Marine. They got service for all makes and models of power sports and marine. Bring Sherwood Power Sports and Marine your service troubles. Need an inspection, a test run, some trailer TLC, or just a fresh oil change? It's adventure time, and they've got you covered for all makes and models of boats, motorcycles, and ATVs, so you'll be ready for the season. The service department you love at Sherwood Ford the Giant, they got it going on at Sherwood Power Sports and Marine as well. I like this key to victory. It came in from Michael. He said, I think we'll get power plays tonight, and I do think that's a bit of a key to victory. You're, in all likelihood, knock on wood, whatever you need to do, you're going to get more than one power play look in this hockey game.
In theory.
You need to capitalize on them when you get
especially
them.
with how soft they're calling it. But
I
like, and
know.
I don't like complaining about refereeing, but
No.
it seemed like they were getting soft calls
We were getting none
and
calls.
we were getting no soft calls. And there was a few soft calls out there to be made.
Liam, what's key to victory?
I think again, you just need to play well in front of Stu, and he'll back you up with some saves in there as well. So I'll just say the defensive structure. I thought they did a great job of it. Like guys like Jason Robertson was so quiet. I know he got the assist on the Sagan goal, but I barely noticed he was even playing.
Yeah, it's job's not done. Don't get too ahead of yourselves. Keep buying into the way you're playing. And if Nuge says they have another gear, as long as it's another gear leaning into what they're currently doing. And that's the key. Just and be prepared to skate because you know they're coming. You know they're coming. If Rupe's in the lineup, you know they're coming.
BM?
Respect the blue lines. I think that puck management is going to be a huge factor in tonight's game, and the Oilers have to make sure that they're either getting it out of their own zone or getting it into the Dallas zone. You don't want to give turnovers up at either blue line, so respect the blue lines.
Just looking at who to finish up the officiating conversation tonight, the Oilers are getting Garrett Rank and Jean Hebert. Garrett Rank averages 6.4 power play opportunities per game. Rank is at 5.7. So Rank a little, or Hebert is at 5.7. So should get 3 per team tonight is kind of the thing.
I think it's a 50-50.
Maybe it's 4-2 Oilers, maybe, or it's 5-1 again for the Dallas Stars. I doubt it. Doubt it.
I've never heard of either of them, so that's probably a good thing.
All right, 2-4 time.
I don't even like talking about the refs like that, to be honest. Like you have to beat the other team regardless of who's officiating.
Mr. Cates, game time's 2 p.m. here in Hawaii. Nice.
Very nice.
Bring Cassian home. Key to victory for me are Stu and the power play. I think those are 2 big ones, obviously. If Skinner plays great and the power play scores twice, probably winning this hockey game tonight.
2-0 win.
2-1.
Yeah. This is a 2-1, 3-2 all over again.
I could see there being a lot of goals tonight, if I have to be honest. I just feel like you said, like Dallas is going to come out hot and heavy.
Oh, you think it's just going to get broken open?
I think it might, because the Oilers aren't afraid of that.
Oilers are not afraid of playing the track meet, but
they don't. But Dallas doesn't break it open defensively.
They might have to if they want to beat us.
I think another one too will be make Jake Ottinger's life miserable. Get in front of him, get in his face, get in his crease, get in his kitchen, because he is a very, very good goalie.
He made some massive saves.
Massive saves. So I think get in his kitchen, make his life miserable. Traffic to the net. The Oilers were doing a good job of throwing pucks on net. Need people heading the crease and cashing that garbage.
Yeah.
The trash.
Gregor pointed this out, just talking about the track meet and things like that. The Oilers have allowed the fewest high danger chances in the playoffs, and were 4th in the regular season via Sport Logic. That is crazy. 4th best team of running high danger chances in the regular season, and best so far in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
That just seems that regular season stat seems crazy to me.
It is. Well, and I mean, I'd love to see the number from December 1st onwards.
Yeah, especially the 2 months of pickup.
Yeah, we were probably 31st, or don't we teams in the league?
Or was it just the fact,
or
did it appear that way because goalies were maybe just giving up?
I don't know, man. I think they were giving up a ton of high danger chances early in the season.
They were so bad.
What was it, that game when the Oilers, it was the Minnesota game, they were winning like 4-2 or something like that going into the third, and they lost 7-4. And I think Jack Campbell got sent down a few days later, But you remember back to that game, it was like 2-on-1, 2-on-1, 2-on-1. It was like endless opportunities for Minnesota.
Well, that's another key to victory too, because Dallas flies the zone early. They're looking for those odd man rushes, finding a way to defend that, or even capitalize on some turnovers from those long passes would go a long, long way.
Yeah, clog up the kind of middle there around the blue line and intercept one of those passes, and you have a 3-on-1.
Yeah, you can turn it around the
and
other
that
way, so.
kind of happened a few times.
Yeah,
last game.
Like you spoke to John Goyens yesterday about
yeah,
it, and
great
he kind of talked about how important that aspect was. So really, really interesting. If you hadn't heard it, go back and listen to yesterday's episode.
Really, really good stuff from the coach. Logan is enjoying these early starts out in PEI. Always pass out listening to Boardsy. And how about this one from Gunpowders UK?
Oh.
Fan from Hong Kong. It's
Hell
my
yeah.
first full season watching NHL and the Oilers. It's amazing to see how the team get back up on their feet. Having the best power play, penalty kill, and 5-on-5 goals are just awesome. Well, we
Very
appreciate you being a fan. That is awesome. First full season. Maybe you're the good luck charm we needed all along. Huh? Joel is saying got to be aggressive on the D-men in their zone.
Yep.
For sure.
100%.
Yeah. I think that's a good one. Stars are going to be shooting from distance with screens. Stu's not great with that need to block lots of shots. I actually think the Oilers did a good job getting in the lanes.
Great job, because they
game.
tried doing that in game one, and we were just clogging it up and
Yeah.
getting a pad on everything. It was great.
Yeah, and we talked with Goins about that too. Like, again, if you can just stay strong in the middle of the ice and keep Dallas to the outside, you get in the lanes, you clear out the traffic, you're generally going to make Stuart Skinner's life pretty easy. All right. Before we wrap up the show, we did have someone earlier who was asking where they can meet up with us before tonight's hockey game. What are we thinking?
Are we going back to Chop Shop?
I think we should.
Yeah,
All
back to-
reliable.
Chop
right.
Shop? It's like right by the entrance to the arena. I think they call that Victory
Park?
Victory Square,
Yeah,
Victory
Park. Yes.
Victory Park. It's
Banjo
like,
guy, if you're listening to
Yeah.
us,
Take table for
yeah,
five.
let's get a table.
We'll be
So,
there this
we'll be
time.
there on time.
We don't need a nap today.
Well, we'll see what's on time. 'Cause we
Yeah,
also have a 5:30 gentleman's agreement.
Well, the game tonight starts at what,
7.
7?
Yeah.
So that gentleman's agreement at 5:30 is kind of tight.
But then we can be. I
We
think
could be there. We could be there at 6.
I
At
can tell you
6.
I'm not eating where the gentleman's agreement is.
No.
No.
No, me neither.
So, gentlemen's agreement at 5:30
For a quick one.
for a quick one.
5:50 Chop Shop.
5:50 Chop Shop. 40 minutes ish. 40-50 minutes of pregame at Chop Shop
Yep.
into the arena.
Into the
Come enjoy the museum with us.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Mhm.
Yeah, the
like,
aeroplane
nice
music.
tile floor.
Beautifully finished walls.
Yeah, it's nice.
I'll be at the game tonight, boys. Was at the game in February when Pick played and we won in OT. Oilers can hang
Nice.
with Dallas. It's not a mismatch at all. Oilers in 5. And if you would allow me to end, again, I don't like getting ahead of myself or anything like that, putting bad omens out there. I know that's not something you want to be doing this time of year, but Liam and I, when we were going on our Target run today, both kind of said in our Uber over, we were like, it is pretty crazy. And sometimes we get lost in it because we're just in the day-to-day and going through it. But like winning that game, massive. They're in the Western Conference Final.
Yeah, man.
They're up 1-0.
Mm-hmm.
They now have home ice advantage in this series.
Yeah.
They were 31st place in the NHL, and now they're in the Final Four.
Like,
Back
it's
from the fucking dead.
bananas.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy, man. It is crazy how close they are. And you win tonight. And again, like the job's not done, series isn't over, but tonight is just such a pivotal opportunity
It
in
is
this run.
Massive.
It
Like
is.
you can
It is.
grab the bull by the horns, to use a
The
nice
Longhorns.
Yeah.
Mm.
Take that.
Connor McDavid says, Tyler, stop talking now. Tyler, stop.
Yeah, and
I'm not
that's it.
jinxing anything.
No,
I'm
no,
just
no, it's
saying,
just
like,
there's
it's a very exciting opportunity here tonight. And when you take a step back, you realize, like BM said, how insane this run has been, the adversity they've been through. They were on the brink twice against the Vancouver Canucks, pushed through that, and now you have an opportunity to go up 2-0 in the Western Conference Final. Whew.
I know, and they're truly
Goosebumps.
true. They're truly
It's because of the AC.
playing the way you need to play.
They're playing the
Like,
way, yeah.
They
championship teams play.
like you can tell
Mhm.
they collectively want it. And that was something I was doubting in Vancouver, but
Mhm.
that's the illness. Like when they come out that flat and you're like, oh my God, these guys don't want it. But if they're all sick, then you're like, okay. But those like game one, the last 2 games of Vancouver, like this team is going to battle together, and good things can happen when it's like that tight unit.
I
And
believe.
it is very special what we're watching right now. So we can't take it for granted, because you're right. we get kind of lost in the sauce of just the reporting and the duties of what we do behind all this. But
I think it's important to enjoy it too. Like this is like as stressful as it is and as fun as the playoffs are, but just enjoy this because the Oilers are in the Final Four. This doesn't happen all the time.
I was shaking in overtime. I kept looking at my hand and I was shaking. And I'm like, oh my God.
We were down bad when McDavid had that double minor.
Oh, I was literally so mad. I was telling everyone to fudge off, fudge. I was just yelling at the ice, pointing, saying fudge on this family program.
Thought he was hungry.
I was hungry too.
Ooh, I had that taco in a bag. Oh, was that ever unreal in the arena?
They have taco in a bag. Oh, that's a hot performer.
That is a hot performer.
They're a cold performer and hot performer of that arena.
Yeah.
Was there an option for different chips?
I don't think so. I think you had to do Fritos.
Yeah. I'm not opposed to it, but if you can get a Dorito,
I guess I have to I'm gonna maintain. I'm not a superstitious fella, but I guess I gotta get another pizza at the game.
You gotta do exactly what you did.
If that's what it's gonna take. All right. Now we said we were going to keep this one tight, so that's exactly what we'll do. Pre-game with Boardsy tonight at 5 o'clock right here on the Oilers Nation YouTube. Big shout out to our friends over at Sherwood Ford the Giant and Sherwood Power Sports and Marine. Enjoy the game tonight. It is a Saturday night. If you're going out to Greta, stay safe and enjoy the big party because if the Oil come through and win this hockey game tonight, downtown Edmonton is going.
Thank you for watching Oilers Nation Every Day. Hit the subscribe button to never miss a show. And for more, visit OilersNation.com.